Hi Chinkers! For today's video, I'm going to share with you some easy and healthy breakfast ideas that you can try at home. For the first one, we'll be making overnight oats. Of course, we need some rolled oats. You must try this recipe because rolled oats are good in fiber. And we also need some almond milk. And I also added some chia seeds. Know that chia seeds are rich in minerals, omega-3 fat, fiber, and these are good antioxidants. So adding this on our overnight oats will really be beneficial for our health. And next, I added some blueberry jam. I like the combination of blueberry and mangoes. And since I have no fresh blueberries, adding these jams are great alternatives too. And at this point, I'm gonna add our diced ripe mangoes. And I decided to add some diced apple on this overnight oats so it adds texture as we take a bite on this overnight oats. And last but not the least, I'm gonna add in some toasted sliced almonds on our overnight oats. And this will also add some crunch and texture. And before you put the lid of the jar, make sure that you mix in all the ingredients together properly. And just let it sit on our chiller overnight. And by the way, some instead of milk, they are adding yogurt. And if it lacks sweetness, you can add some honey. And for the next breakfast idea, we're gonna make flourless banana pancakes. And these are just very easy to make and promise it's super yummy. We just need some ripe banana. You can add fresh ripe bananas, or in my case, I added some frozen bananas. And I thaw these bananas first before I make this into pancakes. And as you can see, I added some egg and also add some pinch of salt. And lastly, I'm gonna add in some cinnamon powder. You can also add in some baking powder if you want a fluffier version of these pancakes. And just whisk and mix this all together. And we're now ready to cook. First, heat up a non-stick frying pan over medium to low heat. Then of course, we're gonna add in some butter. And just scoop around 1/4 of a cup of our pancake batter. If you haven't tried this recipe, well, it's about time to make it. With just 3 to 4 ingredients, you can already enjoy this super delicious and super easy to prepare pancake recipe. And at this point, you can add your chosen fruits like fresh blueberries, or in my case, I like adding nuts. I decided to add in some toasted walnuts for an added texture. Cook this for about a minute per side, then flip it over. You can enjoy this by adding some maple syrup on top. And for the next recipe, we're gonna make air-fried milkfish with stir-fried water spinach. We're gonna use some milkfish or bangus and we're going to season it with some salt before we air fry this. By using an air fryer, we no longer need to use some cooking oil in frying our milkfish. Thus, it is more healthier and less in cholesterol. And for our side dish, we're gonna make some stir-fried water spinach, or what we call adobong kangkong. So first, we just need to saute our aromatic, the garlic. And once it turns golden brown, then we're gonna add in our water spinach or kangkong. Cook this for about 20 to 25 seconds before we add in our seasonings. And did you know that water spinach are a rich source of vitamin A and C, iron and magnesium? So adding this on your daily diet is really beneficial for your growth development. And at this point, we're gonna add in some oyster sauce. And I also added some vinegar. And take note, once you add in the vinegar, do not mix it for about 25 seconds. And also add some ground black pepper. And meanwhile, I'm cooking this brown rice as our carbs for this breakfast idea. And after 15 minutes of air frying our milkfish, it's now ready to plate. So if you want a rice meal for your breakfast, this is a good idea. And next, we're gonna make some healthy infused water. All you need is a drinking water, some chia seeds, and your chosen fruits or vegetables like this lemon and cucumbers. For the last breakfast recipe, I'll be sharing with you the chicken pho noodle soup. So in making this soup, first we need to make the chicken broth. So we need to boil the chicken breast and add some leeks. By the way, this is my own version or my own take of the chicken pho noodle soup. The original recipe of this Vietnamese noodle soup calls for the cilantro leaves and coriander seeds, but I omitted those. And after boiling our chicken for about 20 to 25 minutes, and now we're going to shred the meat of the chicken. Then we're going to place it back on the soup. Then I added my chosen vegetables for this kind of soup, so I added carrots and seasoned the soup with some fish sauce and salt and pepper to taste. And at this point, I'm going to add in the rice noodles. For a more flavorful and fragrant soup, I added toasted shallots. And lastly, for the greens, I added some bok choy. And we're almost ready to plate. By the way, thank you for watching, guys. I hope you like this easy and healthy breakfast ideas. Till next, bye!